This week I'm starting my first time as a camp host. I will be camp hosting in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan for the summer, and I'm doing it in a national forest. So I am going to be figuring out this week how to prepare the campground and make sure it's ready for campers to start in a week. I have a week to get the campground ready, so come and see what it's like to be a camp host. Well, it's day one of camp hosting, and so we have to get I have to get the campground ready. So it's going to be mostly cleaning up and, putting the roads have debris all over it, the campsites. It's just, signs of a forest in the winter. We're going to start the day though with organizing the shed. So we got the shed right here. We're gonna get her organized. Oh my. They really just stuffed it all in here. So at 2 o'clock, and my watch just let me know I hit my 10,000 steps. It is a lot of work trying to clear out the roads and the campsites. Some of them I can't even clean completely because the water hasn't evaporated or absorbed well enough yet. So 2 o'clock, 10,000 steps, and I am far from done for the day. I'm kind of hoping, there's kind of like these two loops, and so I'm trying to finish one of the loops today so I can work on the other loop tomorrow, and then on Sunday hit the road. I am by no means going to be done after that. I still probably am going to have to go in with like a backpack blower or a handheld one and try to get into some of the places where I can't reach yet. But it does look good. It looks good. I like seeing the sights after they're done. So here we go. We got several more hours ahead of us. This is what it looks like before I get to work. It's a lot. This one has a lot of leaves. Well, this has taken several hours, but this is what one of the site looks like after I'm done. Looks like it's ready for people. Alright, so I think I'm going to call that a day. I just need to pack everything back up in the shed. Most of it I'm going to just pull out tomorrow anyways. But, we had several people come by asking about if we're open yet or not. So I do think people are starting to get interested. So I need to put things away, and then I need a nice hot shower, which unfortunately we don't have water at our site yet, so I have to drive to get a shower. So here's to doing it again tomorrow. All right, day number 2. So I forgot to share this exciting news. Yay, look what I got. I got that yesterday afternoon, so that's going to help me a lot. So I'm going to have a very similar day to yesterday. The campground is set up kind of like 2 loops. I finished the first loop yesterday with the leaf blowing and preparing the campsite. So today is going to the second side. So I'm going to check out, I've got snow on one of the paths, and I'm not going to dig it all because that's just, ugh, I don't want to do that. So instead I'm going to like try to create little holes in the snow so that the sun can do most of that. So let's see. I'm gonna grab, don't need that mop or that toilet brush yet. Not looking forward to that task. All right, we got, oh, here's the snow shovel. Snow shovel, let's put you in the golf cart. Take that with me, and then I'm also gonna work on getting some gravel, because there's a couple spots that I want to. Whoop, coming. There we go. All right, let's get this day going. Okay, so I didn't film it yesterday, but I did some of those holes. You can see it didn't look too bad. I'm not dealing with the snow over here because that's in the grass. I just want this sidewalk path because that's the bathroom over there. I'm just gonna do a few more holes, work on a little right there because this part didn't really get melted very much. Yeah, and let the sun do most of the work for me because who wants to shovel snow in May? Ooh. I know it doesn't look like much, but what I did was I created kind of like holes in the snow, and this will just give more spots for the sun to hit. A little bit of chemistry there. If you increase the surface area, it'll help melt faster. So I'm not gonna dig the whole thing because it's warm enough. So I'm just trying to help the sun move a little bit faster. So now I gotta go get me some gravel. We are gonna take a break from the gravel for a minute. Somebody else is waiting for the blower, so I want to try to get as much of that done as possible. I'm going to check out the other loop. I did the first loop yesterday, so I'm going to sort of survey the campsites and see how they're looking. Alright, so obviously I got a lot to clean on the road. And then the campsites look like they need some care. Some of them mean more than the other. Like this one's not too bad. That one won't take too long. And then there's not really any campsites back on this at the end of the circle. lot of leaves on the road. There is a trail here that I'll probably try to clean. That's the trail that goes to the beach. This one's not too bad. But then right across, that one will take me a little while. Got some branches there too. I'm almost at the end though. Oh my. Well, that one we'll just have to wait. That one's not ready. Alright. That's not too bad. So that was the end of the loop, so well, let's just get started. I want to try to finish this loop today, and then I'm hoping tomorrow to do the road so that I can pass the machine on to someone else. So fingers crossed for me, people. Well, the sun has gone down and it's significantly colder. So I'm going to be trying to finish this up much more quickly. I got my hat, so that's gonna help because it's cold. But we've got 3 sites left and they don't look too bad. It's the ones that have really, really heavy leaf that take me the longest because the leaves are like wet at the bottom and they're just like all sticking together. But yeah, I've got 3 left and they're not too bad. So that's the goal. I'm gonna try to finish those up and then I think I might call it a night. Today feels a lot harder. I guess I'm sore from yesterday. And so even though I was getting better, like strategy wise with the street blower, it just took longer. And I think there were some sites that were had more leaves that were wetter. And so it just didn't move very quickly. I am going to have to go back probably in a couple days. I want to let everything dry and I'm going to go back with a backpack blower to get the rest of it because I need to finish all the street blower stuff because another coworker is waiting to use it at his site. But before I call it a night, I wanted to go check on the snow and see how the snow melted today because even though I was freezing, it was above freezing. And so let's go see. Hopefully I don't have to do a lot more shoveling. So let's go see. Hey, not bad. Not bad. I think this is definitely doable. We still have about a week before campers are here. So I think that nature can do the rest on its own. All right, with that, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to have some flashbacks to Peace Corps times and take a bucket bath. Haven't done that in a while. Wow, it's been over 10 years. Goodness gracious. So yeah, so I'm going to go take my bucket bath and take a well-deserved sleep. Well, day 3. It is significantly colder today. Lots of wind. Had to pull out a heavier hat and a scarf. I even grabbed some gloves. I had decided yesterday the gravel, like it was just really heavy, like shoveling and carrying heavy buckets and stuff. So I was going to do it in parts, just do like a couple buckets like 3 or 4 maybe each day, but I kind of just want to get started. So I'm on the leaf blower, the street blower, because somebody's waiting for the street blower. So I was hoping I might be able to finish early enough so if he wanted to, he could come get it today instead of tomorrow. Anyway, so we're gonna just start with that. I'm gonna see how far I get. I've got to do the road, like the entrance road, and then we have a beach here that's like day use, so people can come just for the day, and I need to go clean up that area. So that's the goal. The street blowing seems to go faster, so I'm hoping that I might be done with that in like 3, maybe 4 hours. So fingers crossed for me. This is what I have to work with. I've got this road and sort of a parking lot at the beach area. Kind of got into a groove with it yesterday, so I'm hoping I can just sort of just get going. I've got my audiobook ready to go, and I'm just gonna zone out and get some cleaning done. Here we go. Now that I'm done, I went and changed my hat. It's gotten a little warmer, and I want to check out. I want to show off what it looks like. The road looks nice, and I think people might think we're open when we're not quite open yet, so I might put some signs up or something. But now I am heading to the beach, which has a day use options as well as like the campers here, and I've got the parking lot and some of the roadway to clean up, and there's a boat launch over there. So this first one, let's see, it took me about 2 hours. I was hoping I might get it in an hour. Oh well. So let's see. Maybe the next one will be only about 2 hours. Let's check out what we've got here. So not as many leaves, more of like branches, and it almost looks like shredded trees and stuff. So this stuff, but it mostly looks dry. So let's get going. The goal is under 2 hours. It took me 2.5 hours, so a little longer than I was hoping for. It's getting colder. The sun's gone. Well, the clouds, sorry. There's like this really bad overcast, and there's just this wind that's just like piercing when it's not constant, luckily, but it is cold. So I'm going to take everything back to the campsite, put things away, etc., and then assess what my next move is. I had some lunch, warmed up a little bit. The sun's out, so hopefully that will help with the cold, because it was getting kind of cold there at the end of my leaf blowing. So I am going to go around and do kind of like, it's not like an inventory, but just like kind of like an inventory. And I'm going to check each campsite and the bathhouse and the facilities in general, and sort of put together a list of things that still need to be done. Use that to help make a plan for what I'm going to be doing over the next couple days before we open. So I got to open the gate so that I can the gates are closed. And so I got to open the gate real quick so that I can actually drive around, because I'm going to use the golf cart. So most of the sites just need maybe like one more, just a quick leaf blowing and picking up like some of the sticks and stuff. But this one here, so they have put limbs and trees and stuff that are too big. You see, okay, that are too big for the fire. They've even like lit it, and so that's a big no-no. The limbs, all the tree and limbs, sticks, whatever you put in there has to fit inside the fire pit, and so I'm gonna have to remove those, and I need to probably find a place that's not close to a campsite to dispose of it, because if I leave it too close, then they're just gonna grab it again. So I'm gonna have to remove that one. Here's another thing I have to clean up. So painted rocks is a fun fad for sure in state parks, national parks, just, you know, like any aspect of a park. You want to do a leave no trace, and that includes painted rocks. And what the problem can come from, like the paint washing off and affecting the environment, and it can also lead into this like chain of events kind of, and like people keep doing it, and it can get out of control really quickly. I love painted rocks, and I've done painted rocks, but you should only be putting them in places that are appropriate. So state parks, national parks are not one of them. So I'm gonna have to remove that because I don't want to encourage more painted rocks. And I found another one. So we've got these 2 limbs that have fallen, but what happened, they must have fallen when people were around or something, because there's some pieces here that they have played with fire. I'm gonna have to find a way of disposing of those so that it won't encourage more playing with fire. In case you don't know, part of the danger of that is when the limbs are outside of the fire pit, it's just more chance for the fire to be uncontrolled. Whenever you're in a forest or a wooded area, especially where fires are can be more dangerous, you really want to make sure you can control all the elements that you can control. So keep it inside the pit. Okay, so I think I've got the list now. Most of them, it's mostly just sort of like last little, just one more quick sweep through with the blower, like let the leaves that have been exposed dry a little more. We're supposed to get rain on Tuesday, so I'm gonna want to definitely try to do the last little bit of leaf blowing tomorrow before the rain hits again, and then picking up some sticks and things like that. So most of it's not too bad. There's a couple where I have to remove some limbs, or like the examples I showed you with like big trees or limbs in the fire pit, or the big ones that had to be removed. And then there's some that I need to get help from some supervision. One of them, there's like a huge tree that's fallen in the actual site. So anyway, so I am going to this over and make a plan for tomorrow, and go take a nice long, well, not a nap. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm tired.
All right, Maggie, what did we get?
We got both 16-inch pizzas. So, oh, that looks good. You got the regular sausage?
I did get the regular sausage.
It smells really good.
All right, let's see what you got.
I got
Kudigi,
which is like
that's how they
sausage.
pronounce it. Yeah.
And it's got some vegetables on it.
Well, it was a specialty Kudigi pizza,
yeah.
And it had mushrooms and stuff, which Maggie likes.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie likes the stuff that I don't.
I think it'll be good.
I hope so too.
All right, we're on day number 4. So it is supposed to rain tomorrow, like a lot. So I want to finish up as much of the leaf blowing as possible, because the street blower got a majority of the leaves up, and I wanted the remaining sort of to dry, etc. So someone else is using the street blur, but I don't really need it anymore. So I'm just going to use the backpack one to do sort of like the final run through for, I still have 2 sites that are flooded, so those will have to wait, but get the final run through for everything. Like, so, let's see. Let's figure out the backpack. So that the day did not go as I had planned. I thought I was going to be done with all of the leaf blowing in the morning and then have more to do, but it was all just leaf blowing, and I think I've been spoiled by the street blower. The backpack is definitely not as strong. So anyways, so not super different or exciting, just leaf blowing. Oh well. So I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm probably going to take the day off, and then we'll come back and most everything's done. It's just sort of like final little touches on the campground, and yeah, then we should be pretty much ready for the campers.
Well, today we're going, well, me, by myself. Meg's got to work, doing the camp hosting thing. But today I am going to be going for a walk on hiking trail, on a hiking trail here in Michigan, in Autrain, Michigan. I believe it's called the Songbird Trail. I'm going to see what we can find, what we see. We got the camera ready. We got bugs. Even though we sprayed bug spray, the bugs are real bad. It's called the Songbird Trail, Autrain Songbird Trail. About 2 miles. Oh, neat. I've actually never seen these before. Well, we should follow it though. Get a little cleaning. Alright. American Robin. Oh, is this going to give us a little information about the birds? That's pretty cool. I realize it sounds like I'm not interested, but I am. I can hear birds. I'm going to try to get pictures, but unfortunately, I only have, well, let's see if we can show you, see if we can see the camera there. An 18 to 45 is my best zoom lens for now. We focused on recording more so than hobby for now. Alright. Well, I'm starting on the trail. I came across something really cool. It's crazy how big these things get. This is a tree that fell over. Uprooted and everything. This crazy thing. It's huge. There's 2 of them. 3 of them. Wonder what happened. I'm gonna get in here, see if I can get up next to it. There's a bit of a hole here and lots of bugs. And I'm, obviously angles and stuff. But, I mean, I'm a big guy. I mean, I'm not tall. I'm big. But, yeah. And I'm up from it. Like, I'm up a couple of feet from it. That is crazy. The bugs are atrocious. Bring good bug spray. I think I'm going to have to increase my DEET. Only using 25. You see, I want to stop and look for birds because I hear them. But every time you stop, you just get swarmed. I feel like this was, I don't know, I'm hoping it wasn't a mistake. I'm going to want to do it again. But, might have to buy me one of them bug face nets that Maggie's wearing. I gave her one for her job. I see why. I think I might have found the bog, but I didn't know, or I guess I didn't pay too much attention to the map to realize that I think there's a creek runs through here, and I found what I believe to be signs of beavers. I am going a little off trail, hoping that's okay. I don't remember seeing anything that said I couldn't, but, you know, be careful if you do and make sure to follow the rules. Yeah, there's a little creek here, a little creek bed. It's really clear, or at least it looks really clear from here. Hope I'm not walking up to some habitat here. I don't want to scare something. Or scare me. See a bunch of sticks and I start thinking it might be a nest of some sort. That looks like it's a home for something. But yeah. Little creek. I think it's too small to have any fish, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything. That's really cool. Wasn't expecting that. It really is peaceful out here, except for the bugs. I think I'm gonna buy one of those nets I was talking about. Alright, I was wrong. I found the bog, and oh my god, the mosquitoes are so bad. So, there's a hill here. I just slid. It's part of the trail. I'm back on the trail, but it is so wet, and you walk right through the middle of it. The mosquitoes are no joke. Some sort of panel over here. Wonder if that describes the bog. See if it'll confirm. Look at all the water. Crazy. Wait. Getting sidetracked here. Oh. I think the trail goes this way. I'm not going over that, but we're going to report it. I don't believe I'm the first person to go this route. Just want to get back to the trail so I can get another picture from the other angle. I think I was about to say Durango. Yeah, this looks like the trail. Okay, get another picture and report it. Another post about birds. I have heard many birds. I have not seen them, but part of that is the mosquitoes are so bad, I don't want to stop moving. I don't know why, but I'm really liking this creek. Be careful not to fall in. I haven't seen any wildlife in it or near it. But so I was mistaken. I thought there would be a sign for sure when I got to the bog. Yeah, no, that was just the creek. You're walking along the creek the whole way. The parts that I thought were the bog is just standing water left over from winter. The snow is just finished melting right here. Pretty sure I saw some piles in Marquette from plowing operations and stuff that were still there. Like it's a mountain of snow just still melting because it's very concentrated. But I did find the bog finally. In fact, a sign. So here it is. It's called Grass Pink Bog. I'm curious how it'll look in the summer. This water is not clean. It's very dirty. Some of the spots in the trail are still a little muddy. And I'm an idiot. And I do happen to have a pair of Merrells on, but they are my slip-ons. And oh my goodness, look at all the pollen on my shoes. Crazy. I'm gonna be sneezing like crazy tonight. I didn't wear my hiking shoes. Should have worn those. Lesson learned. It's been really pretty so far. I just definitely, I'm sure you're probably tired of hearing me complain about the bugs, but the bugs. You're in nature, there's gonna be bugs. If anyone knows, I'm gonna try to look it up later, but if anyone knows what the blue diamonds and blue rectangles mean, I thought it might be difficulty, sort of like how I think that's how they do skiing stuff, skiing and snowboarding. Yeah, I'm curious what they mean. It's real pretty. I haven't seen any critters. I'm sure they're not used to people being around. God, some of these trees are just absolutely massive. A little better view of the bog. If I didn't know any better, since I'm in Michigan, I'd be like, I should look out for gators. Oh. So far, the only evidence of animals I've really seen is some scrapings on some trees. Probably, in my experience, it's usually deer rubbing their antlers. Could be elk too, here in Michigan. Or I've also seen signs of beavers and signs of woodpeckers. This looks like it's gonna, I think it looks like it's split up there. And I don't really like all the shavings down here. That tree is probably gonna come down this year. Oh, well, maybe that isn't from this tree. Maybe it's from the limbs. There's a ton of trees out here that look like they just exploded. And I think I remember hearing something in the news. Oh, I'm hoping I'm going the right way. The trail doesn't really look marked really well right now. But, yeah. Maybe it'll be me that gets lost in the woods. But, oh, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, exploding trees. I think I remember hearing something in the news about the way one of the storms hit, like an ice storm or something hit, and how cold it got, like immediately after. It just caused a bunch of trees to explode. It's crazy. Well, we're walking away from the bog now, I think. So I'll get back to focusing on walking. Peace.
Well, good morning. It is day 5, the last day of preparation before campers start showing up. So tomorrow we officially open. It is our first week, doesn't take reservations. We only do walk-ins, so I don't anticipate it won't be like a full campground because there's only there's certain campsites that are reserved for reservations and there's certain that are for walk-in. So I don't anticipate a full campsite or campground, but people will be here and I just want to make sure everything is clean and ready to go. So most of today is just going to be the last little things. I'm going to pick up any of the big limbs that I haven't gotten to yet, finish some work with gravel. I plan to clean the bathroom, which really is going to be mostly just wiping it because it's been locked all winter, so it doesn't really need like a scrubbing. Just sort of, let's just get the grime and dirt from the winter. And I'm probably also gonna go check out some stuff nearby so that like the welcome centers and stuff, because I want to have resources for campers who are staying longer and they want to know what's in the area, because I'm new to the area too. So I want to go figure out what is available and just sort of have some pamphlets, resources, and or like, hey, you should go talk to these people. They're going to have more answers for you. A relatively low-key day. I crammed in a lot of the leaf blowing those last 4 days. I'll be honest, that was a majority of the work. So let's get started. So I am not allowed to touch chainsaws. I haven't been trained for it. So boss man had to take a tree down for me or like cut it apart. And so now I got to clean up the little like leftovers and stuff. And then this site will be on the list of ones that people can stop at starting tomorrow. So let's go clean this up. One day, I'm not going to be using this. There's a couple sites that are still too flooded to take care of, so I need to tape them off. I've got some like caution tape. I'm just gonna sort of block off those because I have a feeling if it's not blocked off, somebody might still try to stay in it. So we're gonna block those off. We're gonna check on the bathrooms and we're pretty much done. So we'll be ready for the campers tomorrow. is opening day. We can start taking check-ins at 2 o'clock, so I'm gonna go open the gates. I'm gonna go move the barriers and let the people come. If you enjoyed learning about this experience, being a camp host and what it looks like getting a campsite ready, please hit the like button below. You can also subscribe and hit the bell button so you can know when our next video comes out.